universe to Tom and Mark Off the Rails, bonus episode 11, our first ever 11th bonus episode. This is where you talk, Mark.
All right, hi. We are still here with Amelia Scheit, who also has a theater background.
Yes.
So we thought we would play some fun improv games.
Oh yeah, we thought we were going to do that after what we were going to talk about, but I guess
talk about?
we were going. Hey,
I wasn't paying attention at the pre-show meeting.
All right, I had the headphones on, but I was actually listening to Nine Inch Nails.
Green Day, as we talked about before.
Speaking of Nine Inch Nails, I do like the construction downstairs. It does look like we're walking through a Nine Inch Nails video as we come up here.
You could shoot a music
Highland
video.
Tower is more like Nakatomi Tower at this point.
Yeah. Well, we were just going to go over, some Christmas plans with everybody,
yes.
what we're all doing. Oh, you were kind of listening.
Yeah,
Do I sound like your wife's voice? Why are you not listening to me?
Hey, now.
All right.
So, Tom, what are you doing for Christmas?
As little as possible.
Stay around the house?
I'll go to Molly's family. We actually had to put our foot down a couple of years ago. I mean, we had 4 places to go on Christmas Eve night. And everywhere you go, they're just like, eat, 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 eat. I can't do it. And you go there long enough to say hello, eat something, and then you have to travel. And we literally went to 4 places on Christmas Eve night, and we could never relax. Eat and run, eat and run, eat and run, eat and run.
It's no fun. You don't get to sit and talk to anyone.
I think we can all agree you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Well, I wish everybody wouldn't be like, my mom and dad's side, her side. Everybody is like, we're all having it at 5 o'clock on Christmas Eve. It's like, well, how the fuck do we get?
Because we would go to Tom's aunt's house.
And then my other aunts.
And then we would go to my aunt's house. And then we would go to Tom's other aunt and uncle's house.
Yeah. And then just get back in time to get a wink of sleep before we go to my sister's house and her parents' house the next morning. So within a 12-hour span, we're in 5 to 6 places.
I think this episode's going to need a family tree attached to it.
Yeah. But
It was a
so
lot of
we've basically said,
traveling.
we're coming here this year. We won't be here next year.
Oh, it's the trade-off. You got to do the trade-off.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I got 6 nieces, a nephew, 2 great-nephews, 3 godchildren. I can't afford
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, I can't afford that, dude. Like, okay. Thank God these people are starting to become 18, so I don't have to buy shit for them anymore.
Well, full disclosure universe, Amelia is my sister-in-law.
There you
So,
go.
Amelia, what is the Kamholtz clan doing for Christmas?
Yes, so we usually convene at his mother-in-law's, being my mother's house, because
Old
it
Peggy?
is home base
Well,
for
Just Peggy, not
Peggy.
Peggy. Old Peggy.
I know, that's
Yeah, but that to be an endearing way.
Peggy's house.
Old Tom
Peggy.
Klein,
Which funny story actually also happens to now be my house, because we are joining households, yes. But because of that, we are completely under construction, and the entire basement is finally getting drywall on, but that means the upstairs has piles and piles and piles of stuff, which means there's no room for people. So we
Another
sat
9
down
Inch Nails video.
It was.
Well, Peggy has been, as relatives have been passing
Is
on.
that young Peggy or old Peggy?
Young Peggy
Okay.
Peggy has been taking on all these like family heirlooms. So even before this basement renovation, she already had like, oh, this is great aunt whoever's thing, and that's great uncle's bench, and this is
it's everywhere.
It was full before,
Yeah.
and now she just condensed 2 floors into one.
Yeah, so we're literally, there's piles of stuff. It's like an episode of Hoarders. Like,
And then a family of 7 moved in.
Yeah.
Whoa.
My stepkids are not there all the time. Okay,
No,
but their stuff is.
There are moments where there are 7,
That's true.
8 people counting young Peggy.
Yeah.
All right.
And so we all got together and said, this is not going to work this year, because we don't want to have, a Christmas horror story to tell Bob and Brian after this happens. So we said, let's go.
Because now there's also your brother, his wife. They have a little girl.
Yes. And they have dogs.
Susan and I have a little girl.
Yes.
And then your other sister
Has 3 kids.
Yeah, from out on the East Coast.
And they all come to my mom's.
So that's how many people?
That's a lot of people.
In this
Okay.
one
So we
place.
said, screw this. We're going to a hotel. So we're going to Country Springs.
All right.
where there is a water park, many bars.
There you go.
You're doing it right. You got the right idea.
It gets
Right.
better.
I'm calling
Yeah.
it
We're
Campbell's
not doing
Christmas.
this on Christmas. We're doing it right before
Yeah.
Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah, because here's
so
the thing.
nice.
My other job, right? I'm a church musician, and so Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is like the busiest work day of the year for me. I got like 3 services, and yeah.
Okay.
So we do it before. You know what? I'm not one of those people that
That's
says, let's
wonderful.
get together on Christmas. Forget it. We used to do it on Martin Luther King Day.
Wow.
It's always been a great thing to enter into this family where it's like, oh, you guys do Christmas on the wrong day, but you know what? That's perfect.
Because I do Christmas on Christmas.
Because
so there
now,
you go.
my family can have the lazy, relaxed, let's all drink too much brandy old fashions and spiked
Yep.
eggnog and just watch Muppet Christmas
Spiked
Carol.
eggnog. That gets me to something I have here on the sheet of paper.
Whoa.
What
Segway.
is in eggnog? Let's see if I'm not...
Eggs.
Okay.
Nog.
Let's see if you guys can get. I think there's 7 ingredients. Let's get it.
I'm going to guess heavy cream,
We got
butter.
eggs I can't quite give you.
Oh, is it egg yolks?
Egg yolks I will
Okay.
give you.
Heavy cream.
Heavy cream. We got 2.
Rum.
3.
Sugar.
I think that's 4. Ad popped up and now it's direct.
And now you're getting boner pills?
Son of a bitch. How'd they know about my wiener?
They know everything.
They know your Google searches.
You've got your history.
Okay.
They know you.
Okay.
Oh, there's some nutmeg.
Oh.
There's got to be nutmeg in there.
Okay,
Okay.
you're missing 2. Don't try to peek.
Salt, you think?
Oh, wait. Did you say sugar?
Said sugar.
Is it sugar?
So we got egg yolks, sugar,
Rum.
rum, heavy cream. You know what? I kind of want to give you this. You said eggs, and it says whipped egg whites
Oh.
and egg
So
yolks.
it's the
Okay,
whole
so
egg.
it's
So
the
it's 2
whole egg,
ingredients.
but you have to separate them
And whip the whites.
and whip the
Yeah.
whites.
I think
So
we're making
there's
waffles.
one
Yeah.
more, which I don't
Cinnamon.
think is... You know what? I'm just going to give it to you because you said heavy cream, but this is whole milk also.
Oh,
Whole
And
milk
heavy cream?
Whole milk and heavy cream.
that is a lot of
Yeah.
dairy.
Yeah.
Even the light eggnog is
Wow.
like 1,000
So-
calories.
Oh my
That
gosh.
is the
Just
basic...
buy the eggnog and
Here's the
add
thing.
rum.
My husband loves eggnog so much he will buy gallons of it and freeze it so he can have it in July. Okay, I can't stand eggnog. It's disgusting.
I mean, does he specifically do Christmas in July, or is this
No,
just
he will
I
just
gotta
go,
have a shot of eggnog
There's
every
eggnog.
day?
There's eggnog. He found pumpkin spiced eggnog
I saw
because
that.
he
Ooh.
got it. He was like, "Oh,
I like
yes." He
eggnog,
bought like
too.
3 of them. It was the most disgusting thing, but because it was eggnog, he said, "I'm gonna drink this," and he still did. It
Well,
was so
my
gross.
theory on the pumpkin spice stuff is it's good because you only do it for a month.
Yeah, no,
if
it
it
was
was
not good at
year-round,
all. Do you
it-
understand how gross this pumpkin spice eggnog was? It was so not good.
So you're not a pumpkin spice fan, or just this just sucked?
I'm not particularly pumpkin spiced fan because it's always too sweet, but this in particular was just, I mean, it was like someone smacked you in the face with sugar
Nice.
and said, enjoy it. But it was not good.
I always thought eggnog was elf cum. I got her.
Oh, you got her good.
Oh my God.
That's how they make eggnog.
Was that beer up the nose good?
That was really close. Yeah.
Stay classy, Uncle Tom.
There you go.
Oh my God.
You guys are all wrong. It's elf cum.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, I think it's time to play a game.
Sure.
We're not having enough fun yet. We're going to do an improv skit. This game is called Fortunately, Unfortunately. We will go back and forth. We will start with an event, and one person will start with Fortunately, and the next person will sabotage it, and the next person will save it, and so on and so on. So, how about I start with an event just to warm us up a little bit. I'll be a Fortunately, Mark, you'll be a Fortunately, and we'll have the 2 broads sabotage everything.
All right.
Easy. That's what I do.
Okay. Fortunately, my parachute opened.
Unfortunately, it was after I had hit the ground.
Fortunately, I was wearing new sneakers.
Finish that story.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I lost one.
Fortunately, I only had one leg.
We're completely ignoring the fact that this guy is like splat on the ground.
Unfortunately, wow, I don't know where to go with that
All
one.
right,
Oh
there
my
we go.
gosh, I think I lost the improv game.
Okay. We can start again. Amelia, how about you start with a
I gotta
fortunately?
start with a fortunately? All right.
Fortunately.
Ooh, now we get to be the Debbie Downers.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank
okay.
God. About time.
Okay, all right.
Let's.
Fortunately, my glass was half full.
Unfortunately, it was frozen rock solid.
Fortunately, I had a blender and could make it into a slushie.
Unfortunately, it was poison.
Fortunately, I had Entei poison. I was thinking,
Unfortunately, I didn't have enough to share with everyone else.
It was a whole blender full.
Fortunately, I didn't like the other people that drank it.
Unfortunately, they were my family.
oh.
The end.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That was pretty good. Mark, you want to start with fortunately?
Sure.
All right, I kind of like this game.
Fortunately, I won tickets to the Super Bowl.
Oh boy.
Molly, come on.
Unfortunately, I couldn't go.
Fortunately, Mark could.
Unfortunately, he missed his flight.
Fortunately, I got a full tank of gas.
Unfortunately, I had a flat tire.
Fortunately, he was driving a tank.
Unfortunately, tanks are not allowed in the parking lot.
Fortunately, this tank can fly.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he crashed the tank into the stadium and ruined the entire game.
Fortunately, the Packers weren't in it.
Oh man, this is dangerous territory here. Okay. Unfortunately, I got nothing.
Damn, she's losing it. You're the professional.
Not very professional, I guess.
All right. Let's do one more, and then
All
we'll
right.
play your game.
All right, Molly, you want to start this one?
Fortunately.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Fortunately, I thought of a good idea for the game.
Unfortunately, I never said it.
Fortunately, their impersonations of you is pretty bad.
Unfortunately, Amelia's never going to be on the podcast again.
Okay, Mom, come on. You got something. Ready to...
Fortunately, we're going to have a white Christmas this year.
Unfortunately, I'm allergic to white.
Fortunately,
They make a
cream for that.
Unfortunately, I need a prescription for the cream. And I don't have one.
Fortunately, that's pretty easy to go and get.
Unfortunately, my insurance doesn't cover it.
Fortunately, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
To get me my white allergy cream.
Unfortunately, he was just arrested.
Fortunately, you can't be allergic to white anyway. You're making that shit up.
Unfortunately, I've never told a lie, and this is absolutely true.
Fortunately, the snow is never actually white on Christmas. It's usually a dull gray by the time we get to see it.
Unfortunately,
we got
I
it.
like gray snow.
Yes, we got him. All right, Amelia, what is your game?
All right, this is a game called Questions.
Questions.
Where you must answer and speak every question with a question. I guess that doesn't make
Answer
really
every
sense.
question with a question.
Answer every question with a question. Thank you.
And how would we do that?
How would you do that? You would.
He's doing
You're
it
doing it.
Oh man, he gotcha.
You're pretty good at this game, Mark. Are you pretty good at this game, Mark? Okay, all right.
Well, am I?
Okay, so we just go around the room, I guess, then. Or no, actually, the way you technically do it is two people go up against each other until one person cannot do it. Like, they can't answer with a question anymore.
Can we do it in a circle until someone can't do it?
Yeah, we could do it that way. 4 people.
All right.
And then it's like, oh, you're out of there. Yeah.
Okay.
Kicked out of Highland Towers.
We can
Tower.
do it like an elimination
All right.
round, and then the next person.
Yeah. And then it's the winner.
Amelia, how do you like being on the podcast?
I'm still thinking that I am not sure how I like being on the podcast. I'm not sure.
How many podcasts have you been on?
I don't know. How many podcasts has she been on?
You don't know?
Is there a record of these podcasts?
Do they keep track of that kind of stuff?
I don't know. Whose job is that?
Is that your job? Isn't that your job? This is hard. I think it's better
It's
one-on-one.
probably better with
It
two
is
people.
way better to respond
All
to
right.
somebody one-on-one.
All right.
Amelia, you and I,
All
Mark
right.
and Mao.
All right.
Well, you two go. You two have a showdown.
Love Showdown.
Crack in the neck, crack in the knuckles, son of a bitch.
He's kissing his Hulk Hogan poster.
All right. Go ahead. You can ask.
I gotta ask you a question. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can you tell me what is the meaning of life?
Can anyone?
I'm wondering that there might be. Is there a list somewhere of somebody who could tell us this?
Who would write that list?
Is there a record who might like to write that list? That was a shitty answer.
That was really bad.
Look, I've had a long day. I'm out.
Okay. Okay, time for the W. Mark and Mao. All right, Mark, I'll see
Molly,
you in the
should I start?
championship.
I don't know. Should you?
Whoa! You didn't know you were going up against a ringer.
Oh, snap. What kind of a question is that, Molly?
I don't know. Were you trying to trick me?
Son of a bitch.
Is this a trial?
I didn't know I was on. Am I on trial here?
Can I have a lawyer?
Can you afford a lawyer?
I'm sure I can. Can I fill out a petition or something to get a free lawyer?
Do you know how to fill out a petition?
How old do you think I am?
How old are you?
Why would you ask that kind of a question?
Why would you ask me if I knew how old you were?
Whose idea was this anyway?
I don't know. Was it your idea?
That's what I was asking you.
Oh, no! Oh!
I suppose that is a statement.
That's not a question.
Oh, Molly bested me.
I was about to say, really, the people who are there should be best at this are the people that ask people questions all the time. So it should be you two going against each other. I'm just saying.
We can try that.
All right. I'm taking on Mao right now.
Okay, first for the official title.
Okay, yes.
Rock, paper, scissors to see who asked the first question. That was the first question, dumbass.
Oh!
It's a trap! Ah! That's not very nice.
Do you know how to play rock, paper, scissors?
What do I look like?
Would I ask if I thought you knew?
Who doesn't know how to play rock, paper, scissors?
What do you want to do instead?
What else can we do?
Do you know how to high five?
Too long.
Sorry, I had to take that game out back and shoot it.
I don't like this trick beginning question. That's just not fair.
No.
Do you know how to high five?
No.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, I'm
My
the king.
mama never taught me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that game works in this situation here.
Oh yeah. Mark, when did we first meet?
Don't you remember?
I thought, son of a bitch. I got totally, dude.
He was
it's this
bamboozled.
crown of king that I'm wearing that totally killed me. One question, you just killed me. I can't handle
As
it.
a serve and spike.
Damn it. All right, you guys want to know what would happen since the new Star Wars movie is coming out? What would happen?
Technically, it's already out, but I don't think any of us have seen it yet.
Not yet. What would happen if a lightsaber was real?
It would be awesome.
I would use it to cut everything.
When I was a little kid, I thought TIE fighters shot lightsabers like bullets.
Wouldn't it actually be like an atomic explosion and kill us
Pretty
all?
much. I got a
There
I
would
got
be
a
no
page here
containing
that
it in
here, let
the
me-
sword
All right.
This
This guy calculates that a lightsaber's plasma beam would be about 30 megawatts, which he says is like having a nuclear submarine engine in your hand. With that much energy, just turning a lightsaber on would immediately cause everyone in the room to burst into flames.
Yeah.
That's what makes that sweet noise when it turns on.
Yeah.
When a lightsaber comes within 10 centimeters of a person, that person's clothes would flash into cinders. And in the first 10 millimeters, their skin would vaporize. As the blade pierces the body, it vaporizes a kilogram of water per second, causing steam to exit the person's wound at Mach 1. So the water coming out of your body is breaking the sound barrier. Jesus Christ. And you're not even touching them yet.
Wow.
Slicing someone with a lightsaber would not result in a lost limb or that person being cut in half. It would result in that person exploding.
And then it exploded.
And then it exploded. So if I was just sitting up here and said, hey, I got this for Christmas, lightsaber, pff, everybody's in flames.
Yeah.
I just light it.
Best Christmas ever.
Dead.
It's
I thought it'd
Christmas
be cool to
ever.
have a mini lightsaber to use to cut,
The cake
Yeah.
or something like your steak.
just to whip it out. And
Cook the steak as you're cutting it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get that for you.
I like mine rare.
Light a cigarette.
Ooh, you could cut it off the cow and it would be cooked before
Oh
it hit
God.
the plate. Cauterize the wound so the cow's fine.
Cow's still living. Maybe it'll grow back another good steak.
Yeah.
You are twisted.
I don't know about that
Well,
one.
you never thought about it.
Yeah.
I hadn't until this moment. Now I can't get it out of my head. A cow with pieces of it,
Steak-shaped pieces missing.
Yeah, you think it's black and white cow. It's actually black and missing cow.
Mark must have been here with
Cut
a
out puzzle
lightsaber.
pieces.
Black and burned. Check it out.
Oh, someone's shaving my cow's ass off again.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It's the tenderloin.
Oh man. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, all right, Amelia, we're getting close to this. Why don't you tell us some kinds of music your band plays, everything? If you play any instrument, do you do?
I don't in the band.
Do you do?
But I
That-
do.
That is a lie. I have seen you rock a tambourine.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine.
You
They
rock-
do give me a tambourine sometimes.
Give me a tambourine.
And actually, in one of our songs, we do Aerosmith, and I can't remember the name of the
You
instrument.
rock a scarf.
No, I do not. But it's like a thing that does you hit it and goes. I don't know what it's called. It's a weird percussion instrument. I do play that one too.
You're a music teacher. You should know what all
It's
these
like
things are called.
you know how many percussion instruments there are?
Nope.
A lot.
5?
Are we playing the game again? You know how many- Well, how many are there?
I don't know. A lot.
I thought you were a teacher.
Yeah, no, I do play piano, but not in the band.
Okay.
Sometimes we put
keyboard.
keyboard.
Have you
We thought about putting keyboards, but
there's some great rock songs with piano.
Yeah.
Oh, you could do like "She's a Little Runaway."
Come Sail Away.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to add that keyboard in there. It's another whole aspect that we've talked about. It's in the work. Maybe it's in there.
Oh, I'd
the
love
thought
to see
has
it.
been it's been presented.
What is the song selection process like? You'd mentioned before.
We have a round table.
Round table?
Where everyone kind of gets to throw out, like we have a round table where we go, okay, you get to bring 5 songs to the table and everyone gets their turn.
So do you guys vote on it? Or?
And then we put them all together in a list and we vote on like our top 10. And we say from the whole list, like, doesn't matter if it was yours or not. And we say, these are the ones we're going to try to work on. And we play them for one rehearsal. And if we think, wow, this is never going to work, we toss it. And we say, yeah, this might take a little bit of time.
How often do you rehearse?
When we were first getting started, it was every week. Now it's like maybe twice a month.
So what's the worst song that you performed once and said never again? And you thought it was going to be great, and it was awful.
It's funny because we don't actually perform if it's awful, but practiced.
Yes.
Okay, we have actually had. It's not that it's been awful. It's that, okay, we have a Triumph song that's like, we've actually performed it once, but I can't sing that shit. Okay. I'm like, do you know how much is going on in this song? And so everyone's like, yeah, let's work on the Triumph song again. I'm like, no. Guys, dude, this song is like out of my element.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
They won't let it go. Thank you, Big Bosky. No, they won't let it go. They won't let it die, but I don't think I can do it. So
some of them sing, right? You don't sing every song.
No, I don't sing every song.
So pass the torch.
Okay. Not a single one of the band members could pull off Triumph. Okay, that's why I'm a chick singing this song and I can't pull it off. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's good. We just do classic rock as our genre, but we're not afraid to throw in like a song from the 90s, a current-ish song. We throw in stuff that we think like, yeah, this kind of rocks. We don't want to throw in stuff that's like we've done stuff and then the guys go, this song is really lame. So stuff has been tabled for its lameness. Like Working for the Weekend has been tabled.
Oh, damn it. Yeah.
Because the guys are like, this is lame.
It seems like everybody goes to get a drink or to the bathroom when we play this song.
Exactly. They're like, this is lame.
So what song have you gotten the best crowd reaction from?
Oh, the crowd loves it when I do the Janice. But that's just because not a lot of people do Janice. So, yeah, they do love that. We get a lot of crowd reaction from that one. And I think it's interesting because it depends on the group you have. If you've got some diehard, like, Kiss fans and we pull out, like, our Kiss songs, they're like, yes! I never hear that song. We do Strutter and, like, nobody does that song.
Okay.
So, yeah. And I think that's what it is. It depends on the crowd. We kind of usually listen to the crowd. And so we say, oh, we got to skip this one. Or, oh, let's pull this song out. Let's do this one.
Do you get there a little early and see what the jukebox is jamming?
No, we don't do that. The jukebox, yeah. Well, we have a sound guy who does our stuff. And I think he does this on purpose, but he plays songs that, like, I'm like, this is not even in our genre, dude. Like, his name is Art. And we're like, Art, why are you jamming the, like...
Is that Dio?
Kenny Chesney. Like, what are you doing, dude? Yeah. I think it's just like, I don't know. So maybe he's juicing the crowd up for, like, us to play. And they're like, oh, it's not a country band.
Oh, I got an idea. Before you guys go on, let's play the shittiest music of all time. So whatever we play next is going to be so epic.
Yeah. They're just ready for the...
Play like all the worst one-hit wonders that have ever happened. And they're like, no, not this song.
You could just... Yeah, we're going to play...
in the heart?
Tell him to play some Danger Zone to get him warmed up.
Yes!
Yep.
The Kenny.
We're going to play music so shitty that all you have to do is just scream into a harmonica and they're going to love it.
Now, I know you're a cover band and you often are playing time slots and say a music festival and there's another band following you. But have you ever gotten a demand for an encore?
Ooh.
Yes, we have.
Oh, yeah.
And what's that ace up your sleeve? What do you like to play as your encore?
We pull out the AC/DC for our encores. We do.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because at that point, we can scream our faces off and not worry about having to sing another song.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
A good point.
Oh,
I was going to ask you about that since I was sick earlier when we were doing a podcast about a month ago. My voice was going. Is there something for working your voice up or like a remedy?
Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff.
Honey whiskey.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, part of it is, okay, if you got the phlegm,
Yeah,
that's what that'll
that was
do. If it's the phlegm, actually, anything apple, that's good for your voice.
I do
because
apple whiskey.
It's the right acidity. People say, "Oh, lemons." No, that'll like up the phlegm because your body has to overwork that. Like, oh my gosh, there's so much acid. Coat. You know.
Okay.
So apples are good. Mm-hmm.
So
Tea's good.
pay attention, Mark, in case you get the sniffles one day.
Yeah.
But the number one thing is if you know you're gonna have like a hoarse voice, it's rest. It's rest. You got to be quiet up until it's time to podcast. You gotta rest it.
No, I had a tooth coming through the roof of my mouth.
Yeah, he's like an alien.
What?
Draw a line from here to my asshole,
Well,
and that's the tooth trajectory.
he's got a retainer with 2 eye teeth in it because he's missing his.
Yeah, I'm missing 2 teeth,
Oh.
and then the tooth is coming through my upper palate. I'm
It's
teething.
been just rattling around in
teething.
his head, and now it decided to come out in the middle of his.
So while it's busting
What?
through my upper palate,
Yeah.
it was like super phlegmy,
Yeah.
and I didn't.
Okay, so that's not like sickness. So that's
But it was still like scabby, phlegmy, and
Yeah.
scab in your mouth is like just. I did honey whiskey,
Yeah,
and it
no,
seemed to help.
that's
This
good.
is too much information and it's kind of gross.
We talked about this with Foz, didn't we?
A little bit.
But
This
no,
is
yeah.
bonus.
Just try to stay away from lemon.
We're looking for the
I see what you did there.
bonus reaction.
Yeah, but with Foz, we talked about who your grandma had the same thing.
And my dad.
Oh
And
wow,
it
so this
was
is
like
a hereditary thing. It's
Yeah.
genetic.
Yeah.
It's
You
the
should
next
just-
phase in human evolution.
Teeth through the palate.
Yeah.
Yep. Or as my dad calls
which
it,
X-Men is that?
my dad called it the stop sign for when my grandma gave blowjobs.
Oh my
if,
God.
if you hit the tooth, you know that's all she can take.
You don't want to go past the tooth.
No, you don't want to get near the tooth. Not with the tip.
I don't know if I ever want to hear like grandma and like
Grandma and blowjob.
tooth blowjob.
Grandma and mutant tooth blowjobs. That's what you get on off the rails.
You got the tooth on the roof of her mouth
Mutant.
scraping.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, you don't want to hit the mutant tooth on grandma.
Okay, so stay away from lemon.
Okay, no lemon. Let him fuck with my mutant tooth that my grandma gave me.
That's the end of her advice.
All right.
Story.
Wow.
Awesome. Well, did you have a good time on the show today? I think
I-
we can do that.
Yeah, I did. I had a really good time. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming on, and you get a free pass anytime you want to come back on or you want to bring the band on.
Hey.
We got your music playing. Molly's going to edit that in pretty good for us.
We have listeners all over the world.
We do.
Korea. Where else do we say? UK.
Okay.
Hartford.
Australia.
Hartford. That's
Gonna
good.
slide that one in there.
Hartford.
Wait, there's one more way off the wall one that we got. We got Korea. We got the Philippines.
The Philippines.
Oh, that's
Yep.
cool.
Hey, we're actually big in London.
London, that's cool.
Yeah, I
Cool
think
stuff
that
happens in London.
there must be some hipsters that like American podcasts
Yeah.
that are getting on us.
They're
so-
checking it out.
Yep. So,
We play some British invasion stuff, you know, so
hey, all you London people,
come check out Vinyl Road.
check out Vinyl Road. They'll play
Playing
something you know.
coming up in
Almost went
Grafton,
sexy radio
Wisconsin.
voice there.
That's his DJ voice.
Yeah.
Goddamn
All
right.
you London people.
Up next, we have Vinyl Road with some Janis Joplin.
Dedicated to all you Londons out there.
All you Londoners, you know who you are.
Wow.
All right, we can wrap this up. I think we got enough. Mark, read time. Let's do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You got to practice.
Gotta do
Let's
it
give it.
again.
And then tell us where you're going to be too.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Again, we are Tom and Mark Off the Rails. Our website is theunipodcast.com. Catch us on Twitter at Unipodcast. Facebook, we are at facebook.com/Unipodcast. I'm noticing a pattern here.
Yeah.
Anyone pick
Yeah.
up
The
on that?
Unipodcast.
Yeah.
You are our
We
universe.
did that on
We're the
purpose.
podcast.
And if you want to ask Tom anything, go to
Oh, yeah.
asktomanything414@gmail.com. Our podcast is available on iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud, and all of your favorite podcast hosting services. See our website for more details.
All right. And Amelia, where can we see you again?
Check us out January 12th. We'll be in Grafton. And we will be in Oconomowoc coming up in a couple of months. And the rest of it will be on our website.
And we'll
Absolutely.
link that all up on our website so all
Yeah.
of our fans can see you.
All right,
Absolutely.
Universe, if you have any questions about the podcast, email us at theunipodcast.com. If you have anybody you know want to be a guest on the show, email us, ask me anything. And if you have any movies that you want us to review, we'll check it out. And always go on our website, hit the donate button. We'll put it right back into the podcast. And always remember, we are not good enough for you.